All right, so in the past day, I've gotten quite a bit of trim work type stuff done. Nothing major that you'll look at and go, oh my God, I can't believe that's done. So, you know, I got things like the covers over switches done. I got the floor all fully installed down here on the first level. Once again, switch plates all installed now. None of those really took a long time. You can see this one has a little bump out there. That's because it has a USB port in it, because it'll be right by the couch. And then of course the beautiful counters are still done. Down here, I still have that ugly wart that I have to cover up right there. Thinking I might end up actually doing a painting over it instead of just the panel, because I really want to just make it look like it doesn't exist. In the bathroom, did quite a bit of work this past week. Got the mirror up right here so we can see me. What's up? I have to do about a lot of trim work around there. Got the toilet all hooked up with a nice little, because it's a small area, I wanted to make sure, there's some spider webs down there, but because it's a small area, I want to make sure that when you close the toilet, it doesn't slam. Gotta be cognizant of those things. Tub is still looking good. Got it fully sealed all the way around the entire shower area. So all of those corner pieces are now sealed up. Still have to do an epoxy type resin coating over that, and that's just to water seal that so that way it doesn't rot. I definitely don't want that part rotting down there because water likes to collect on something like that. See, beyond that, up here, oh, sorry about that. Beyond that, up here, I have a light now installed up there, and that's the part in the loft. I also have two little lights, one back there, kind of reading lights. They are actually powered by the sun. They are actually hooked up to a little tiny solar panel up on the top of the roof, which charges a little thing back there that also can charge like a phone a little bit up if we need it in an emergency. So I got that done. And once again, switch plates are done throughout. So yeah, I'll switch plate over there. So not a lot of like big work, but a lot of small work, which kind of leads to what's left really. So the big stuff that's left up there, I have a bunch of trim. I have to do a bunch of trim work all around these little corner pieces here. Gets really interesting over on this side when you have all these little pieces there. But got a lot of trim work to do. You know, the trim work also needs to kind of go up on the corners there on some areas. So trim work, I have some seam tape that needs to kind of happen, or seam trim, and that's for these pieces of panel because I didn't use drywall. I had to use something lightweight and also something that wouldn't crack when it's being moved. Because I did that, I want to make sure I cover that up with some seam strips. And beyond that, we're going to be doing curtains for the lower cabinets here. Instead of actually doing cabinets, which would add to the weight and would also add to the complexity of me building it. In addition, they would add a lot of time because I'm not a cabinet maker. These cabinets were pretty decently done, but still, when you're making doors, they're a lot more difficult than actually making the frame cabinets themselves. So because I don't want to really get involved in doing all that, we're just going to do curtains with little tension rods in between there. Same thing on this side. You can already see the rod right there. It's a little tension rod. Little curtains that'll hang from here, which this is going to be kind of our closet area. Here, here, here. And there's a little tiny cabinet on the other side. I will still do the drawers, because we will need drawers for silverware and such, but everything else will be inside of curtains. And then, of course, we're going to do curtains for these as well. And since we were expecting a rainstorm this weekend, we were going to try to do a party tonight to showcase the tiny house. Well, because the rainstorm was supposed to come in but didn't, we postponed it. So this will give me one more week to kind of finish a lot of these odds and ends. And then at that point, they're really, by next week, the only thing I'll really have left is the drawers. Outside of that, by next week, I won't have anything else that is a must-have thing to move in. Everything else will be done. We'll be ready to move in. We still have to kind of move outside of that house that's there. But yeah, so we're ready to rock and roll. Thanks.